Well, my friends, Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa String Works Man Cave. Had a productive morning. Worked on the sawmill out there this morning, cutting up a bunch of cedar logs. It's going to be a short vlog today, I think, but I just have the one video to show you. Might as well just go ahead and get to it. Well, my friends, all morning I've spent on the sawmill. If you recall that big pile of cedar logs, you don't see that anymore. Those are little 4-footers. We cut those for extras when we were doing Ron's siding. We didn't end up using them, so I'll just put those in the pile and we'll burn them in the wood furnace later this year. Even the scrap is not scrap. All of this will get burned in the wood furnace. And here's what I cut this morning. I cut this is a 4x4. These are 4.5 by 4.5. These are 5x5s. So I got 4 5x5s, 3 4.5 by 4.5s, and 1 4x4. Not to mention, I got 1 2 3 4 5 1x6s. So there you go. Out of all that lumber that was there. Oh, and I got a 2x6 is what that would be called. It's 1 5/8 actually. It's a little bit bigger than your average 2x6. It's a full 6 inches too. So you know, when you buy them in the store, they're smaller. But that's a pretty good morning's production. You know, if you went and bought all that lumber, I don't know, you'd pay at least a couple of $100, if not more than that, I would imagine. They don't give nothing away at the store anymore like they used to, you know. Anyway, just as I finished my last cut, I mean, like literally finished my last cut, the phone rang, and it was Bo Horn, one of our viewers, and one of my acquaintances from down in Mountain View. Bo comes from Louisiana. He's going to be here this evening on our play along. I invited him over, and so he'll come up and play with us this evening at you know, when we do our live show on YouTube. So anyway, I've still got this little pile of stuff to get rid of, so I'm gonna see if my little skid steer can pick all that up. I just pushed it in there. I haven't tried to pick it up yet, but I think it'll pick all that up. And then I'm gonna haul it way back over to the where our dump is, what we call the dump. It's really not a dump so much. It's more of a storage place to keep stuff until we going to use it or burn it, one of the two. Anyway, there you go. So I got to get going and get ready for my vlog today. Yep, that was more work than it looks like. I could only get one of those posts out of per log. Those cedar logs were really small, and really hardly any of them are perfect 5x5s. In other words, like one corner will have a little bit of bark left on it, you know. But better than letting them go to waste. And we use those kind of posts like that all the time for different things. I mean, sometimes we just need a gate post or something like that. They don't go to waste. We'll find a use for them eventually, so we'll throw them down there in the barn and use them as we need them. And as you heard in that little video clip there, Bo Horn will be here this evening to play with the band, perform with the band. We will be going live at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time this evening here in right in this same location. So if you haven't ever watched one of our live shows, I invite you to do so this evening. We would love to have you. Tell your friends and get your popcorn ready and just enjoy, or get your instrument and play along, because we don't always do it, but we try to tell you what key we're playing it in, and we try to tell you if there's anything unusual about the song so that you can follow along with your instrument. And let's see, that's really about everything I've got to cover, so we might as well just go ahead and get into the comments and see who's here today. We've got 91 viewers at the moment. David Tharp says, howdy everyone, here's an interesting fact. The flame of a candle smells like burnt nose hair. Don't ask me how I know.
Let's see. Moving on down, and I'm looking primarily for question marks. Dottie's praying for the hands and health. I appreciate that, Dottie. Thank you very much. And she's praying pretty much for everybody, and appreciate it. She's looking forward to the concert tonight. Well, so am I. I enjoy doing those concerts. Ronald Todd, good afternoon, Jerry and everyone from the West Bank of New Jersey. And let's see, Bill Webb says good afternoon. And Mark Nadsum's out there too. Let's see. David Thurf says, I saw two blind guys fighting. You should have seen the look on their faces when I said, my money's on the one with the knife. Oh, that was cruel. You would do that, wouldn't you? Let's see. Wavy Gravy, the relative minor of a major key is the key that shares the same notes as the major key. But in a banjo player's case, a relative minor is his wife because she is both a relative and a minor. Well, the first part of that I didn't get, but the second part I did. I don't know anything about music in terms of technical stuff. I don't. I literally don't know anything about it. I don't know. I probably shouldn't even say that just to show my total ignorance. But the truth is, I am totally ignorant of anything to do with formal music training. Know nothing about it. B.H. Ringer, I told my plants I love them. Now they're rooting for me. Oh my gosh. You have to get 4 or 5 of you guys together and have a joke off. Let's see. Gino Hitch. Hi, Jerry and friends. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Anything new on the Bobcat? Not really. I worked on the little mini skid steer today. Or I was using the mini skid steer today. I will say, if you all recall, you remember I added weight to the bottom of that mini skid steer. That has made all the difference in the world. And it could use some more weight, to be honest with you. If it had another 40 pounds, it'd probably make it even that much better. But that has changed it like night and day difference. It's not very tippy anymore. You can carry some pretty big loads, and it just handles them fine. And then the other thing I was thinking, and I've been looking on searching for videos that would show how to speed that thing up. If I could speed it up, that would be great. So I got to thinking, I put those different hydraulic motors on my lawn tractor. I'm wondering if I put different hydraulic motors on that, if they would operate at different speeds. If there's any hydraulic experts out there that know anything about that, feel free to chime in, because I don't know that much about it. I mean, I know enough about hydraulics to be dangerous. I can work on them, and I can rebuild cylinders and junk like that, but I don't really know the ins and outs. It's kind of like music. I don't know nothing about the technical side of it. I just know how to play it. It's kind of the same way with the hydraulics. I don't know anything about the technical part of it. I just know how to work on it and fix it and hook it up and all that. But if there's such a thing as a motor that I could replace these motors on that little skid steer and make it go about twice as fast as it goes now, because literally you can walk, just at a casual walk, you can walk faster than that thing rolls. And that makes it almost not worth it when you have to travel any distance at all. If it could go just about, a fast-paced walk, or a little bit faster than that even, where you'd have to almost jog to keep up with it. Not quite that fast, but, a good fast-paced walk would be great if the speed could be sped up just that much, because it's a really slow walk the way it is right now. And that almost makes it not worth it. But for just using it right around the sawmill there, for picking up a log, putting it on the sawmill, it's the perfect thing. I absolutely, if I don't ever do anything else with it, it's perfect for that. But I've also found that little mini skid steer is really handy just right around the shop there whenever I got to pick up something really heavy, or maybe sometimes I need two things picking it up, maybe pulling it from one end and one from another end. I can use my overhead winch and I can lift it with the other end of it with my mini skid steer. It's very, very, very handy in the shop there too. I've been using it a lot for that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, moving on. Don Nice, hi Jerry and friends. I got my snacks all lined up waiting for tonight's great show. Well, great. Thank you. Let's see, Bill Rhodes is there. And then after we went live, David Tharp says, if you sing in the shower and get soap in your mouth, is it a soap opera? Now I got to think about that all afternoon. Let me see. I don't know. Bill Rhodes, Jerry, I was just wondering what were the box of sawdust cost me. What would a box of sawdust cost me? Well, if you want it, you can have all of it. You can take with you. We, like that cedar, the sawdust that comes off of that sawmill, it would be great if I had a way to catch it, and I could build something. Don't get me wrong. I definitely could make something to catch the sawdust, and it would be great sawdust. It's very fine, very, very fine sawdust. But right now it's just throwing it out on the ground, and the rains more or less just take it away because it we haven't really picked it up much, and it pretty much always disappears. It works down into the soil, or it just washes away with the rain. But if anybody was in the area and you want some, you're welcome to it. Wavy gravy, to err is human, to forgive is divine. But figuring out how to blame it on someone else shows real management potential. Well, we had some real managers at Southwestern Bell back when I worked there. Gary Hayes, West Virginia. Jerry, could you do my favorite, From Where I Stand? I think you know that song. Well, know it. I wrote it. I don't. There's a famous line on that. I don't remember where that was. Was that in a movie or something, or was that something else that happened in my life? I can't remember now, but the person's comeback was, know it, I wrote it. So in this case, that applies. So I wrote down the title, and I wrote down Gary Hayes. Thank you for that request. Mark Nedsom says hello. Let's see. Hugh O'Connor, timber sellers don't give things away, but they used to sell offcuts at a very low price, which was sometimes useful. Yeah, I used to buy those too at the sawmill and then saw them up, throw them in my wood furnace. But quite honestly, I don't know. It was more work than it was worth, believe it or not. I don't know. It's hard to explain why that is, but it really was. They're hard to saw up because they come in a bundle. So, it's like you have to separate each little piece, and they're small pieces. It was just way more work than it was worth. If they came pre-sawed, it'd be worth it. But you can't fit them in your wood furnace at the full length that they come. So to me, it's just as easy for me personally, and I get better firewood, to just cut my own firewood here on the farm. But I did do that a couple of different times. I took a trailer and got a whole big trailer load of them a couple of different times. David Thorpe, I need help. Someone just gave me a cute little female puppy, but my wife said no, so I need to find her a good home. She's 69, non-smoker, cleans up well, and good cook. Wonder why your wife said no. Let's see. Gino Hitch, did you get any shingles from that wood? Not today, no, on what I cut there this morning. I don't need any more shingles, number one. Number two is that all that wood was really small, and it wasn't from the base of the tree. The base of the tree is the only wood that's worth for shingles because there's very few knots in the base. All the rest of it is just full of knots. Just full, and the base has enough knots in it, trust me. Mark Nadsum, hi Jerry, how would you like a hunting buddy this year? Well, if you would like to come and do some hunting here, I'm sure we could work out something for you, Mark. Let's see. David Tharp, would you do Cherokee Wind tonight? Cherokee Wind? I think you mean Hickory Wind? Maybe? Cherokee Wind. I don't know a song named Cherokee Wind, I don't think. You must be being silly. Cherokee Wind. I don't know. With David Tharp, you can never tell. He's probably throwing a joke at me that just went right over the top right there. Let's see. Wavy Gravy. My cousin has a twin brother, but they're nothing alike. His brother went to Penn State for 4 years. I already know where this is going. And my cousin was in the state pen for 5. I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. Let's see. WP watched yesterday's vlog. Later, a viewer was disappointed you used a modern door on the water wheel. Could you cover it with cedar veneers to make it appear rustic? Well, there you go. Ain't that a shame? No, I wanted a good solid door on there, and you can make a good door, but it's pretty hard, and it's been tough enough. We'll probably do some kind of a stain or applied finish to it that'll make it match. Obviously, it doesn't match right now, but we're not done yet. I doubt we're going to put any kind of a veneer on it. That would never last because it would just curl up. There's nothing you could do veneer-wise to make it work. Maybe if you had some sort of an industrial glue to glue it on, but that would be the only way, and that would be very tough. I think that's a metal door, by the way. Don Nice, Jerry, could do your new song, please? Okay. I had to remember what it was called. He doesn't look like me. And that's Don Nice. Thank you, Don. Cup of Cool. Do you think a vegetarian can eat animal crackers with a clear conscience? Now I got to think about that. Let's see. David Tharp, thumbs up. Okay, yeah, if you wouldn't mind, everybody give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Wavy Gravy. After my cousin lost a bet, he had to eat a sponge. Now he's very self-absorbed. You guys are sick. Bill Webb, I think you're thinking of when your brother told you you should know you wrote it. Know it, I wrote it. That could be it. That could be it. You know, I think believe it or not, I think it goes all the way back to when I worked at Bell. There was a manager that said something like that. That's probably where it came from. I don't know. All I know is it fit the situation there. I think you know that one. Know it, I wrote it. B.H. Ringer, Jerry, have you seen Colin? Yes, I just watched it just minutes ago. Newest video. That was a cool door, yeah, that he built. He is some kind of something, you know. I don't know. A guy like that, I mean, he's super talented and super, good at making YouTube videos and YouTube content and all that. I got nothing negative to say about him. He's just excellent. I love his videos. But he also probably doesn't really have to do anything else. I mean, like me, I got so much to do here on the farm. I can't keep up. Like if I didn't have anything else to do, I'd probably make some kind of a custom fancy door for that thing, but I just ain't got that kind of time. I barely have enough time to get the shingles on the darn thing. But yeah, that was a very cool door that he made. Bill Webb, about the song From Where I Stand. That was requested by Gary Hayes. But I'll put Bill Webb's name on there too. And let's see, Bert Pashon. Hi, Jerry. I do like the case. Thanks. Well, it's a nice case, Bert. I think it fits the guitar really well and goes with the guitar and everything. Of course, I'm saving the old case and the old contents and all that, so I'll give it all back to you later. David Sutter, does he mean Seminole wind? Oh, there you go. There you go. That's probably what David meant. So I'll just write that down. Seminole wind, and I'll put David Tharp next to it. That's probably what he meant. I was drawing a blank. I'm going, why is he saying Cherokee wind? I never heard of that song. I wasn't smart enough to think about Seminole wind. Anyway, John Kolhoff. Hey, Jerry, how about playing your favorite song you wrote? John from Houston. Your favorite song you wrote. Playing the favorite song you wrote. Well, first of all, I got to think of which one that would be. I guess if I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be Grandpa's Old Fiddle, just because it means so much to me. And my second favorite would probably be Vine Covered Church. I like a bunch of them. From Where I Stand, I really like. Kind of like my new song, Okay. I like the Wedding Band pretty well. I mean, I don't know. There's a bunch of them, but I guess I'm prejudiced. I like my own stuff. But I'll do Grandpa's Old Fiddle. Old Fiddle. That's about all I'll get. In fact, I doubt I'll get to all these because we take turns, and I doubt there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's already 6 of them right there. And I'll put John Kolhoff on Grandpa's Old Fiddle since he asked for my favorite. Can't spell that last name. I'm trying to write it down to make sure I got it right there. Let's see. Dottie says, do a song for me, any song. Well, Dottie, I'll think of something. If I can get to all of these, golly, there's a bunch of them. And, I can't monopolize the time since all the other people are coming. We kind of take turns. So let's see. Yeah, Ronald Todd says, I think David meant Seminole wind. Well, that's right. B.H. Ringer, request in crowd, please. I'll write it down in case I get to it. I like In Crowd. That's a good song. Okay, let's see. Paul Akers, Smoky Mountain Memory. I don't do that one, but somebody else might, so I'll write it down. Smoky Mountain Memory. And I'll see, that's Paul Akers. I'll write it down. Mark Nadsum, Jerry, are there more guitars or other instruments for auction on your website? Yeah, there's a bunch of guitars here. I need to, again, find the time to go ahead and... I've already put out a video that showed all of the different guitars. Eddie could probably tell you which one that is. I can't tell you right now which one it is. But I did put out a video that showed all the guitars that I have presently. And anyway, at least I think that was every guitar. It probably didn't show them all. Showed a bunch of them, though. I don't know. Anyway, I did put out a video. I think it may have been during a live vlog. I can't remember. But there's a bunch of them here. I just need to do something to get it out there. And then I'm just going to take email bids, I think, because I don't know. The auction thing just doesn't seem to be working that well anymore since I don't have the audience I used to have. Gary Hayes. Dave Tharp, are you thinking of Seminole Wind? Yep, I think so. So we've got that covered. Bill Rhodes, Jerry, would you do One Drop of Water by Ralph Stanley? Well, I'll write it down. I still don't know that one by heart. I'll write it down. I think I probably won't be able to get to it, to be honest with you, because I got so many other requests already. So any additional requests, that it's unlikely I'll get to them. Yeah, David says, I did mean Seminole Wind. I just picked the wrong engine. Done nice. Jerry, okay, we will listen to all your favorites. Thank you. Let's see. Wavy Gravy. A Polish immigrant had to take an eye test. Can you read the first line? Asked the tester. The letters were C, Z, V, Y, S, K, I. Read it. C, Z, V, Y, S, K, I. Okay. Said the immigrant. I know the guy. That one's right over the top. I have no idea. Yeah, it's a reading thing, I'm sure. Mike Saba, how is Cash doing? Cash is doing very well. In fact, Cash, I think last Saturday night, played at the Lyric Live Theater in Newburgh, where the band and I played a couple of months ago, or a month or two ago. Bill Webb, Ramona has gotten vacation approved in a week or so. I will check the rental retreat to see when it will be available. Can't wait to come back up. Well, good. Yeah, I know it's fairly busy right now. I think we have people coming tomorrow again. It was busy at the last week, and this week nobody's been in it this whole week, but I think there's somebody will be in it tomorrow, I think. Let's see. Hugh O'Connor, Chuck Level did a song called Cherokee Wind, but I don't know it. I've heard of us, let's see, Cherokee, well, I know Cherokee Shuffle, something like that. There's an instrumental called Cherokee something like that, Cherokee Shuffle, I think. Or maybe a song by that name, I can't remember. Bill Webb says, I will pay for and pick up the harmony guitar when we come visit. Well, good. Bill Rhodes, Jerry, I understand. Okay. Yeah, it's not anything against it. I like the song. It's a good song. It's just that I don't think we're going to get to all these tonight. So I'm going to do them in the order requested. So here's the order requested. Hickory Wind, Blue Ridge Cabin Home, From Where I Stand, He Doesn't Look Like Me, Seminole Wind, Grandpa's Old Fiddle, Dottie's Song, B.H. Ringer's song, In Crowd, and then One Drop of Water. So that's the order of the requested. And I'll do them in that order, and if we get to them, we get to them. But there you go. But I do appreciate you all the requests, and hope that you guys will tune in this evening. I'm going to let that be it for now, and I'm going to get busy and put another edit on that video that's going to be coming out tomorrow evening on this, which will be the second part of the 0018 Martin guitar, the 1941. So hopefully I'll get that out tomorrow evening. Thank you all for being here. We will see you tomorrow, or well, we'll see you tonight with a concert. Let's see. Could Beverly play Tennessee Blues? Tennessee Blues. I'll write that down. I don't think she can do it by herself. I think Bill has to do that with her. I think. But I don't know that for sure. So I'll see. I'll write it down. Thank you for the request. We'll see you tonight.
Bye.